boundaries endless. Drones buzzing through the clouds, relentless. FPV, your world flying high, never touching ground, never saying goodbye. Lights flashing, beats drop low. We chase the sun, feel the flow. Wings spread wide over the city, flying high, no time for pity. Dancing with the stars tonight, zooming past the northern lights. Flying high, electric vibes. Feel the rush, we come alive. Faster, faster, can you feel the pace? Wind on our faces, hearts in the race. City below, a blur of light. FPV dreams take flight tonight. Faster, faster, can you feel the pace? Wind on our faces, hearts in the race. City below, a blur of light. FPV dreams take flight tonight. Dancing with the stars tonight, zooming past the northern lights. Flying high, electric vibes. Feel the rush, we come alive. Feel the power, engines roar. Up above, we crave for more. Skies a dance floor, beats are loud. Flying high, breaking from the crowd. Faster, faster, can you feel the pace? Wind on our faces, hearts in the race. City below, a blur of light. FPV dreams take flight tonight. Faster, faster, can you feel the pace? Wind on our faces, hearts in the race. City below, a blur of light. FPV dreams take flight tonight. Dancing with the stars tonight, zooming past the northern lights. Flying high, electric vibes. Feel the rush, we come alive. Feel the power, engines roar. Up above, we crave for more. Skies a dance floor, beats are loud. Flying high, breaking from the crowd.
All right, we're back for another awesome Tuesday edition of FPV Your World. That's right, we're back. We missed last week. I've been feeling very under the weather. Feeling under the weather today, to be honest. But we're here. We're going to celebrate today, just like we always do, with our buddy here, Mr. Danzilla. The Terrible.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Greetings and salutations from the laboratory.
What are you cooking up in that laboratory back there?
Oh, all kinds of stuff, man. I'm making some Coke.
I heard you were also cooking up some awesome whoop case that you just finished 3D printing. Would love to see that. Everybody else would love to see that.
Oh, yeah. I jumped on the banding. Should I show it now?
Everyone's making a whoop case, right?
It's not done.
It's not done.
There's some adjustments I got to make in some sizing. Just on the inserts. Okay, so I'm calling it the bento box. A little PETG box with clippy clamps there. And the lid isn't glued in properly yet, so I have to hold it by hand. Over up, and you get yourself a little wood box.
Wicked.
Bento box with all the setting. It's got the TPU inserts, so everything's all nicely nestled in there with care.
TPU top and bottom inserts.
Charger.
Wow.
Yeah, the yellow is TPU and the black is PETG. So, yeah.
Very, very cool.
It seals up nice and tight and nothing moves. So actually, this one stuff does move because I haven't. I gotta fix the insert.
Right.
I'm learning using that as a little project to apply what I'm learning about Fusion 360. So I'm starting to learn how to properly CAD 360 model stuff. So yeah, Lambo, I was gonna put the design up on Maker World or something shortly once it's proper. So yeah, I was also gonna make some for people. I was thinking of making a couple for like giveaways and stuff like that. So stay tuned.
yeah.
Custom
yeah.
logos on the front and such. So yeah, I learned how to
Yeah.
do. I can figure out how to put picture on the front. You know what I mean? So with the 4-color printing, I can print a picture on the front of the box. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing to actually get the AMS working. I just got the AMS light from Lucid 3D pilot here in Vancouver area. He dropped it off for me to use because he wasn't utilizing it. So I ended up doing some 4-color prints, which I was super impressed with. Yeah, and being able to paint on everything, the colors and stuff on that slicer is so easy. I wish
it's fun.
Like, I don't know a lot, but I wish there was a way to color in certain objects faster, because sometimes you have to go to each side of an object to make sure it's all.
Yeah, sometimes it misses lines. It'll miss a
Yeah,
layer once in a while.
especially if you got like a really detailed object with a lot of lettering or something, and you want to color certain letters. Yeah, it's tough, but it takes time. It's pretty smart though.
I did one because sometimes you see people with models, like some people have like the double AMS system, so they've got like 8 colors, and you're like, I can't do that. I only got 4.
Yeah,
so
I don't even understand how an 8 AMS system works, because I know you can plug in a second AMS, but then where would the other 4 hoses go to into the machine? Like, is there a special?
There's a hub you have to that comes with it that you have to get.
Oh, there's a hub. That makes sense.
Combine
Crazy.
Up to 4 of them, I think, for 16.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well,
I love the thing, man, because I don't have to worry about humidity. You know what I mean? Like before with the Ender, it was open, and as soon as you're done printing, I would put it back in the dryer for a few hours, and then into the Ziploc bag with the desiccant. You know, I was always very careful, and it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like every time you're changing filament, you're doing this, and now I've just got 4 rolls of basic stuff that I always use, kind of thing, that sit in there. And you know, there's desiccant, it's warm, it's dry. You know, the little thing has never gone below 50. Ooh, it's at 15% now. So it means I gotta change the desiccant. You know, so yeah, I've got the reusable desiccant. I just bake it in the oven. It keeps it around 10% all the time. I've never even tried absinthe Uriel. I don't even know if you can get it.
That's hilarious. What's up, Stone FPV? Welcome in everybody in the chat. Good to see everybody. Technique, Uriel, Thunderbolt, Stone, Lambo, Uriel, Toasted, Tobias, Cool Cat, Lambo. Everybody's in the chat. Thank you all for being here. So a couple of things we wanted to discuss today. The main one was the kind of the channel combining slash maybe not combining. So there's a poll in the chat right now if you guys want to hit the poll. There was one in the channel for a couple of days now asking the same thing. It seems like a lot of people want me to combine the channels, which is pretty cool. Makes a lot less work for me. But the algorithm kind of likes the same thing. So hopefully if I do combine the channels, I won't totally screw the whole situation. But it's been pretty much our drone channel the entire time. So we'll see if we do the combining. We'll see if there's any like issues. If not, I might change back, but we'll see. I'm not going to get rid of off-axis 3D as a whole until, you know, a year or so after we've established over here or something, but we'll see how it goes if we do decide to do that. And there's going to be another poll.
Everybody vote.
Another update I wanted to give everybody is yes, I do have 2 more packages to go out to Lambo and to place it here. Unfortunately, I just don't have the funds right now. Other people have did support the channel with other payments like shipping. I think who was it? Toasted Frog and Kmart donated some money for shipping for theirs. I got them out. But they also have on the next stream that we're going to do a giveaway stream once a month. It's mostly Polymaker and giveaway codes.
Oh, cool.
It's not going to be shipping out products anymore because it just doesn't make sense for me. With shipping for everybody else, it just doesn't make sense. So a lot of times we're going to be giving away Polymaker codes or different codes for True RC and Rover Village. So stay tuned for that in the next couple streams.
Sweet.
But there's
More
Gamer.
Polymaker codes, please.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anybody else here? I think Marcel did, but anybody else in chat get that coupon from Bamboo for like shipping delays? Is that maybe only Canadians? I don't know. But like I got my Bamboo and then I got this email saying, we're sorry for the shipping delays in your order. Here's a special gift. And it was a $30 gift certificate for the Maker World store or whatever.
I think it was for just Canadians because of our shipping delays, but I could be wrong.
But I think I said to you, I got my printer before they even said it was going to ship. They said it was going to ship on December 24th. I got it on like December 20th. So I don't know what delay they're talking about. I'm not looking at the gift horses about. Thanks for the $30. It got me a roll of filament and some LED lights.
Yeah, it's quite the trip. Like I was saying to you when you ordered it, and I told you that it was going to be that long. I was like, "Wow, that's weird," because it's like time crossing the border. Like, did it tell you it came from Richmond, or did it say it came from Ontario? Did it tell you on your tracking?
I think that's where it came. Yeah, but I don't remember. I do not remember where it came from.
Polymaker giveaways are.
I think they're just covering their ass.
Oh yeah, of course. If they're going to send it out to a bunch of people, they're going to send it to everybody that ordered at a certain time. That's what I feel like.
No, I mean in the shipping, they said it would ship the 24th. I think they were just like, "Oh, we're going to have a big rush, so let's just tell everybody." You know, at work when you tell the boss it'll take 2 days, but then you get it done in one and look like a hero, right?
Or they just had no idea because your address is in the boonies somewhere. They had to like find like a horse-drawn carriage to like deliver your package. They had to find the right
a sled dog team.
Yeah, sled dog team. That'd be sick. I wish I lived in a fucking northern area. Like
I'd order a lot more stuff. I'd order a lot more stuff if it meant a sled dog too. Come on my house every day.
Can you imagine?
Standing out front with the treats, man.
That'd be so funny.
Hey, Kmart's here.
Come move to Canada.
Cool. Yeah, it's snowing again here, so.
You wouldn't believe it, but this is EBR, and he's flying digital. I don't believe it's EBR.
Where's the trees?
The same area. Yeah.
Where's the trees?
It's the same kind of style.
Oh, I love the spot though.
The color
I love that building with that round building. He's gonna go to dive that red thing at the top.
Heck yeah, EBR knows what's up. And he's flying that Kiss and Volterra setup. You know, it's something I definitely want to give a try. That's something I definitely want to try. I don't care what anybody says. It seems like it would be worth it.
Kiss.
Marcel wants a kiss. I'm going to start a company called Hug. Hug. Yeah, it's going to be called Hug.
Hug me.
The hugs. Hell yeah, man. Gotta spread more love in this hobby, man.
Flight definitely controller software.
Yeah, or it'd be an ESD thing for sure. I don't know if you guys have checked out some of the cool videos that Phantom's been putting out. It's another video I want to show off real quick before we get far into the stream. But this one
Morton's here too.
Pretty effing sick. Morton Upshot. What's up, brother?
What's the upshot, Mr. Morton? What's the upshot? This is Phantom. There you go.
You can tell these kind of trees are definitely Florida type trees, I think.
I was going to say, yeah, this is somewhere warm. Maybe even Australian. Wait, is this Metallica? So close, no matter how far.
I think it is. Instrumental.
upshot. I like it.
Yeah, you should.
Nothing Else Matters? Is that what it's called? I was never a Metallica fan.
Sounds about right.
There you go. Told you.
This is a dope spot, though.
Yeah.
The trees are so
Love
easy
it.
to dive because they're just like big canopies on the top.
Open.
Yeah.
You know the forest out there too, right? Like around here, there's no space
So
between
thick.
the trees.
Yeah, it's so thick. Yeah,
It's just more trees.
the bottom of the tree is actually the more dense part than the top.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice throw, eh?
Yeah, that was
love that.
beautiful.
You power looped up through this. Yeah, through that. Do it again. I like that move. Ooh-wee. Fun.
Wow,
Makes me miss green grass.
makes me miss flying.
Yeah, I've been out a couple of weeks.
I went to go put my 5-inch back together with a new SD that I got, and realized that now the flight controller is also toast on it, so I have to wait
What's
for
toast?
another
Sorry.
order, the flight controller itself. So the last time I flew my 5-inch, it's a 3D 5-inch, right? So I kind of bashed it a lot, and I guess when I burnt out the ESC, I guess I burnt out the flight controller not knowing it. So I just ordered a new SD to replace it, put it all together, and wouldn't power up the flight controller several times, no matter what I did. And come to realize that, I was just totally dead. So still got to wait for my 5-inch to be relived again. But if you guys love supporting my content and want to help me out with the flight controller, that'd be super amazing. Patreon is open. If you guys want to jump on the
We
Patreon,
need a flight controller sponsor.
Yeah, dope. But yeah.
Hey, Rat Nine's here. It is Australia, he says. Rat Nine.
Just saw the barbecue at the area. Wow, cool.
I was talking to Riot 9 a couple of days ago because I saw an article on the thing. They found a new species of funnel web spider in Australia, not far from where he lives. And it instantly jumped to the top of the list of the most venomous spider in the world. This thing is like crazy venomous. Kill like 40 humans in one go.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, I told him to check his shoes when he puts them on in the morning. I'm so kind of glad. I don't know what's Canada. I was thinking I should Google this, but what is Canada's most venomous spider? Like we must have a spider that like maybe leaves a red mark or a little bit of a rash. I don't know. It's like I don't.
Well, we have the Black Widow spider. The Black Widow is in Canada, and it's the most hazardous.
Yeah, but that's come up from this. It's come up from the south, though, right?
And then we also have the brown recluse spider, which is a venomous spider.
We've got brown recluses.
Yeah, according to AI's Google lookup on the question.
I don't. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel good.
I'm pretty sure they're out here in BC. That's for sure. I've heard of them out here.
Yeah, you guys are warmer out there. Maybe they don't survive the colder winters here.
Yeah, totally. They're pretty gnarly with them, actually. So you haven't been flying too much, eh? You haven't had a chance.
Not a ton. The weather's been shite, and I've had other shit to do, and yeah, I haven't felt like sitting outside. I've got the little Mod 7 going, so I was going to go fly that in the sunshine around the snowbanks out front one day. So,
Right.
That's what I'm going to probably do tomorrow because I see sunshine on the weather. And then 6 more days of cloud and snow. So, yeah, I got ripped off. Well, my cabin is not big enough to fly like a tiny whoop indoors. Like even the Mob 6 is too big for my one-room cabin. So it's got to be outside. So I got to conformal coat the Mob 7.
Right. Yeah, you got to do that. I mean, the Mob 7 and 6, as long as you didn't do any extra adding to anything to it, it should automatically be mostly, what do you call it, conformal coated anyway. From what
Are
I've
they out of the factory? I didn't look that closely.
Yeah, out of the factory, they're pretty
I
much.
didn't do anything except.
Because some of those don't even have much soldering
change
pads,
the batteries.
right? So if they don't even have soldering pads, they're just plugs. A lot of times they're fully conformal coated. Just from my experience with Mobilas, I've crashed them in the water a bunch out of the factory and never had a problem.
I'll check it out.
So
I was wondering, I was like, that's gonna add like 2 grams.
We did an event here on what was it, Sunday? So we took over a me and Ed's pizza parlor. So this is the back end of the main Ed's pizza parlor. We had Van Whoop, hosted by Affinity, who's there in the white right now, talking to everybody, kind of showing off a little bit of what we're going to be doing there that day. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. I think there was 7 or 8 pilots there. No, I think we had more than that actually. Let me think. I think we had about 12.
It must have been a slice.
It was a slice. Yeah, it was a pretty good turnout. Ran out of time and stuff, but it was awesome. So yeah, I ended up doing some flying at this race. Didn't do very well. I'm not super skilled on racing. But I had a lot of fun though. A lot of fun. A lot of OGs that were there from years ago that I got to see again from haven't seen in a long time. So and a lot of them were pretty stoked on what we did last year with the FPV, the city event. There we go. It's a good shot of them going through the gate there.
I saw that. Like bugs. Yeah, did you see that? Braden Bean still at start. I heard him yesterday on Ciatis. His friend dropped his Avata 2 into a lake yesterday, and they found it.
Oh no!
Dark.
That's
the light
funny.
was still on. They could see it in the water with the light.
Let's see here.
Still powered up.
Let's go to that. It goes to that one. Oh. These don't open in the same thing. Hang on a second here. Open with. Trying to use a different window. Open it up like this.
Oh, I noticed Tobias got his off-axis shirt in the mail.
Ooh, nice
picture.
Congratulations. I haven't seen one, but feel free to drop it in the Discord. Oh yeah, so this is my first flight at the event. So we actually had a fire pit we had to fly around and over as part of the course, which was kind of cool. This is before we set up the gates and everything. So this is just me flying around before the event got started up.
Anybody crash into the fireplace?
A couple people, but nothing got damaged, unfortunately.
You should have called it Pizza and Pids or something.
Yeah. It was a pizza party type of event, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, I could go for a pizza.
So yeah, this was with the Air 75, just as it's shown in the top there. I got this donated from Beta FPV as part of kind of a gift for doing the event that I did last year. They were very supportive and hooking me up with it. When I first got it, actually, the AOI board, the VTX on it was dead, so I couldn't use it. So I had to get them to send me a replacement board, which came in the mail not long ago. So I still got to do a little bit of tuning with it to get it flying better. What was the other video? Not that one. See if I can throw you guys
just a second.
Some clips from the event.
So close, no matter how far. Now I got freaking Metallica stuck in my head.
Yo, Donnie. So I think this is the first flight for the first race session I got to do. So this was kind of our little racetrack here, as you get to see. You get through the gates here, and you get to come up and around. It's cool because whoever I was racing with, they were keeping up with me pretty good, which shows that I'm actually doing pretty decent. So here's the race. Oh, smash into that one. It was a pretty tight course because as soon as you got to that cube, you had to turn almost all the way around to get into that way, to go over to that rainbow gate.
You had to turn left in the cube?
Yeah, pretty much. To go like 45 out of it. It was kind of annoying. And then this was Rainbow Gates was pretty hard, called the Tunnel of Love. And then you had to go down the bottom.
The Tunnel of Love.
Which is also tough. But,
I think you'd be better than I would.
Definitely not the best pilot in the world to be doing racing, but it was a fun experience. A lot of cool. We just kind of made up the track as we went in the beginning. So, what's up, Morton? Dominic Clifton, good to see you. Almac, good to see you. Boom. There was one time.
Once?
There was one time when I did it perfectly, but it was pretty tough. Right there.
I think it's harder when you're going slow. You know what I mean? When you got to turn around and start again from really close. If you can line it up 100%. From way back and with some speed.
Yeah. This thing needs a little bit of
when you're wobbly and up and down.
That's right. Yeah, it still needs a little bit of tuning setup. Brand new AOI board that I didn't really have a lot of time to play with the settings on it and stuff, but I did change a couple of things in the PIDs to help it get better, but as you can see, it wobbles around too much for the stick control. But
yeah,
it's these things are a lot of fun. I love these little tiny whoops. I think everyone should have one.
Yeah, I am getting into it. So
that was a good one right there. Oh,
yeah. I'm looking forward to the 04 Light, but it means I got to buy new goggles.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. They just keep coming out with better products and then having to get new goggles for it. It's kind of like a shitty way to do business.
You want your money. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, it'd be really nice for DJI to make something for the older goggles to work with the 04 or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I think there's a pack that I did with actually doing a good.
They really should make the 03 goggles work with the Vista. 100%.
Yeah, they should make them all compatible.
I've got Vistas and 03s. You know what I mean?
Why can't they just make it all compatible?
If I want to get an 04, it's going to cost me $1,000 because I'm going to have to buy an 04 Pro, probably an 04 Lite, and a new pair of goggles. You know, and then I won't be able to use any of my Vistas.
I remember that pack.
Yeah, they should make the goggles 3 compatible with Vista. I think that would be really cool. Because I would buy a pair of 03 goggles really soon if that was the case.
Here we go. This was my best race. And I was getting RX loss, which is super weird too. I don't know. ELRS is constantly a nightmare. Like no matter what you do.
Really? I never have any, like everybody's always talking about fail safes and problems with the ELRS. I've had a couple of problems like binding once in a while and a couple of times flashing. I had to like start from scratch and flash it again.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like I've never had any problems. Like dabbling with the long range stuff. I've done 7 kilometers and I have never once had a fail safe or RX loss or even telemetry lost.
Hey, catch you later's over on Twitch. Thank you very much for being over on Twitch. Catch you later is one of the Ontario pilots that got me hooked into the hobby a long time ago, and she now lives not too far away from me, which
famous last words.
Still need to come and hang out. So good to see you, Kat.
Like I said, I did 7 kilometers, and not once did my ELRS drop.
So my issues with ELRS. 5%. Look at this way. Oh no, this is not the one.
Like there's nothing.
my ELRS issues are always in the short range, never in the long range. I've sent my stuff long range as well, and I've literally had issues with a certain drone getting RX failures and like little like micro fail safes and stuff, which didn't affect the flying at all. It was just OSD flickering kind of crap that you don't really, if you just didn't look at it, you wouldn't even notice.
Could be the warning threshold. Could be your warning threshold is low or something too.
Yeah. Or somebody was saying baud rate, check baud rates, check this, check that. There's so many little tweaks. It's kind of ridiculous.
I'm glad I've been reasonably lucky because I'm reasonably stupid. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to fix everything. I don't know how to fix. I'm not super duper like technical. Like I'm not like Joshua Bardwell or Ciotti Brain with any of this stuff or like Beans or anything. I rely on those guys a lot, but you know what I mean? So I've been really lucky that I haven't had any like major wacky problems. You know, I did have one problem with the long range that Riot will always remind me that he told me what the problem was and I didn't believe him. I tried about 10 other fixes that didn't work until I went back to what Riot said and it did work, and I had to apologize profusely.
Oh, this was me trying to set up my VTX tables.
That's the other thing. What the fuck is a VTX table?
What do you mean? Are you kidding me?
What's a VTX? I'm a DJI guy.
Oh my gosh.
Analog? Like, come on.
You need it for digital.
What's a VTX table? What does it do?
Technically, you don't. Yeah. It separates the channels and bands and lets the drone know exactly which which movements of everything is what. Never did it.
So it says like channel 5 is this hertz to this hertz. You know what I mean? Is that what it means?
Yeah. So in reality, that's what channels and everything is. No matter if you're DJI or analog, it's just whatever the numbers is a certain thing. So back when I first started flying drones, okay, I didn't know any of the like R5, R6, or whatever. I knew that I flew on 5332 or something. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have that on my monitor or my goggles back then. It didn't have that screen. It showed the two antennas that I had, the little like power meters, and it showed the number that I was using. That was it. So I always had to guess, and like scan was the only way to actually find my channel, because there was and like there was channel up, channel down, like there was no way to like. So kind of learned that VTX table that way, I guess.
The most I did was with this new little Mod 7. I got set up with the analog adapter on the side of my goggles. I was like, what do I do with this? Somebody just said, oh, you just put like race 8 channel 1 into beta flight and then make sure the analog receiver on your goggles is the same number and you're good to go. So that's the extent of my, I just made the same.
Beta flight's cool in that way.
VTX. Yeah, I didn't change any VTX tables or have to populate any of that, which I've heard people having to do. It's like, what?
Yeah, so back in the day, a lot of times you had to
just made the numbers the same.
Because the problem with
I think if I went
the problem with it back in the day, like there was issues where like there was, you could do these smart audio VTX tables, but it all depended on which VTX you had, because you could have the smart audio 2.0 or you could have the older smart audio 1 point whatever, right?
Sounds more complicated than the ELRS.
Upload the correct VTX table that matched what VTX you're using at that point as well. So yeah, it was a little complex. But if you just didn't have the right VTX table or the right whatever, it would tell you VTX isn't ready or whatever, right, on beta flight. So I mean, it wasn't super crazy hardcore, but sometimes it was annoying because you just didn't know what you had in there, and you have to just try one and the other and get to it. VTX tables exist just to the retailers. Again, if you don't get sued by the FCC, or you come up with your own.
I think it's part of the rule. You have to have switchable.
Well, the onus on the consumer now, not the retailer. Dominic Clifton is somebody I would love to have on the show sometime. Dominic, I think I've talked to you a little bit on the Discord. Let's have a chat later. We'll try to bring you on the show sometime. If you guys don't know who Dominic Clifton is, he's huge in the hobby. Like Brandon Beans knows a lot about Betaflight and tuning and shit, where Dominic Clifton was the guy, I believe, who started Clean Flight and all that stuff. So he's around the same time.
Okay.
How OG he is, right? So he knows a lot. Appreciate you being here. And thank you very much for coming and hanging with us today.
Cool.
Just want to show one more little clip of the little bit of race scene that we had, just to promote the coolness of what we got going up here in Canada. We do a lot of fun racing, and this is something that we're going to do a lot more of. So if you guys come up here and hang out, you guys can get to experience it. Which one is it? Right there? No, it's right there. No, it's right there. Oh, it's right there. That one. So yeah, I just kind of put the GoPro up on the top of the table there, and or on top of the booth divider, and just kind of got some shots here. I haven't really looked through this footage, to be honest, so I'm kind of looking through it first time with you guys. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, we had I think we had let me think here. I'm gonna count now in my head: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think we had 12 pilots, which is pretty dope.
Cool. I'm sure some pizza and beer was consumed as well.
So this was in the afternoon, so I think only a couple people had beer, but yeah, we definitely had some pizzas and some subs. They give us free drinks.
The afternoon, that's when you start.
Yeah.
Afternoon's made for beer.
Especially on a Sunday, right?
Yeah. Oh, Sunday day drinking back in the day, that was the best. Go sit on a patio in Toronto in the city somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was really cool. We had the entire area all the way to that fire pit, all for us. It was pretty decent sized venue for our little tiny whoops. So
yeah, it looks
I
like
guess
a
that's
little spot.
A good thing for all you guys too out there. Try and get some contacts with some local restaurants and stuff. These guys loved it. Like the people that were in the back, there was a bunch of people just watching. It was pretty neat.
That's cool. And I guess they can keep their takeout business going too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely shut down. Which I think for pizza places, I think the takeout is more than the sit-in.
I was like,
basketball.
What?
Ice basketball.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, Toronto FPV, I totally forgot, man. I will send you the link on Discord. We'll drop you in a minute here. I want to show off this really cool video. I know everybody here knows who Camera Butter is. If you don't, I'm ashamed of you. But he's doing a challenge right now that includes sponsorship. So that being said, if you guys want to make a quick video that shows off a little bit of Camera Butter and can compete with this amazing video, I definitely give you the rights to give it a try. I'm going to try and put a video together actually this week. But check this one out. This is from our friend Saturn FPV here in Vancouver. So yeah, check this out. Oh, let me turn on the music. Heck yeah. Very cool video. Why you're muted. Why are you muted?
So they want us to make a promo of what's going on there, or they just want us to send in pretty footage? Or?
Yeah, basically make like a little promo video. I don't have the details exactly. I can look it up, but basically he's saying people make a promo video about his product, and yeah, basically he'll hook you up with some sponsorship. I forget where that post was made, so give me a second to look it up here.
I should have keep my broken ones. Should have kept my broken camera butter filters. So it'd be like, yeah, all of these are broken, but my camera ain't.
Okay, so here it is. I found it. So it's this. So let me pause it. Present. I sent Toronto a link to join us. This is it right here. Win your share of $500 of Cameron Gutter beer, plus a chance to get sponsored.
Oh, they're talking about in World Hangout. They're talking about the plane hitting the drone hitting the firefighting plane down in California. Yes, you cannot fly in an emergency zone, at least in Canada. It is against the law. If there's a forest fire or something, you can't fly around it for that reason. It is a no-fly zone. It was a no-fly zone. You get all these Instagrammers going down there and flying their drones down in the California wildfires. Right. All breaking the law, every last one of them. Because you can't. As far as I know, it's the same in the States. You can't fly in an emergency area, like a disaster zone or anywhere there's police or fire or forest fires or aircraft.
Yeah. So, so the whole discussion on that is that pilot that was flying that drone could have been in the air before the restriction was put up. So because there's that legal delay in like when the actual like restriction.
As far as I know, the restriction is up as soon as the fire started.
No, because it has to be reported first. It has to be reported first. It has to be reported before it can be legally.
But it was a Canadian plane he hit. It took the Canadians at least a couple of days to get there. So the disaster was well underway before the plane even got there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching
no way he
was Coastal.
There's no way he was legal. There's no way he was legal. No way. Unless he had some sort of special pass from the government and the FAA. He was some sort of super licensed pilot at the yin yang working with government agencies. There's no way he was legal.
We're talking about the Palisades fire, right?
Yeah. The DJI drone hit the Canadian water bomber.
Okay, so we're gonna play this video just because I think it's important, and I know a lot of people aren't subscribed to this channel, so I just put the link in the chat. I think it's a very beneficial video to check out. If you guys haven't checked out Coastal Drone, definitely check them out. Really worth the view. I think he explains a lot that a lot of people are misinformed about. So we're going to take a little bit of time here. It's 11 minutes. If they do copyright strike me, I'll give an F. I have invited them onto the stream, so they'll be around in the future. But let's take a minute here to check out this video because there is obviously some misunderstandings, and maybe this can help clarify some things.
Pieces of the drone that struck one of two super scoopers dropping water on the Palisades fire.
So is this going to prove me wrong then? Am I wrong?
It's going to prove everybody wrong and everybody right.
That plane right there struck a drone.
Now the FBI is searching for the pilot of that drone.
We're going to look for serial numbers. We're going to try to identify fingerprints and DNA to try to put those.
They questioned Ben that.
One of them collided with an illegal drone that punched a dent into the wing of that super scooper, and it's grounded out of the firefight right now.
The FAA has imposed flight restrictions over the area, and the LA County District Attorney has promised to.
It's not a super scooper.
Who violates it?
A drone hit an airplane during the California wildfire. What's going to happen next? This event has obviously stirred up a great deal of emotion across the aviation world. We're going to talk about it. So in the aftermath of this incident, there are more questions than there are answers. And in this video, we're going to talk about some of the things that could potentially happen in the next coming days or weeks. This video is meant for anyone who's interested in drones. You don't have to have a degree in aeronautics to understand the implications of what's going on here. We're making this video as drone educators and as pilots who feel called to action. Unless we, as a community of drone enthusiasts, get together, we're going to see our industry change, and maybe not for the better. So of course, here at Coastal Drone, we live and breathe drones and the regulatory framework that underpins them. And we really don't want to see this framework change. You've probably heard or seen a lot online. There are a lot of emotions, hot takes, and thoughts on this issue. Some of these have, of course, stirred up frustration, disappointment, or even downright anger. So like I said, let's take a look at what happens next. Part 1, the impact on firefighting and emergency response. First off, the reason why we speak so passionately about this topic is the real cost that is associated with this collision. Someone's going to pay a bill. So what does that cost? And what happens next with the firefighting and emergency response that's going on in California right now? The aircraft, a Canadair CL-415 water bomber, also known as a Super Scooper, came from Quebec.
Figured it out.
Damage to its left wing. Luckily, though, the damage is repairable and currently parts are being installed. In an interview on Monday morning, Quebec Transport Ministry spokesperson Sarah Bansaldoun said the aircraft is still grounded, but the repairs are almost complete. Now, of course, these repairs will likely cost tens of thousands of dollars. And meanwhile, the crew are sitting on the ground, unable to help fight this fire. Speaking of the crew, these men and women are performing a selfless and dangerous job. These types of water bombing missions are very dangerous, and they do require a high degree of technical skill and precision. We've said it before.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
It bears repeating. An incident like this could be catastrophic. A few feet to one direction, and the crew could have been killed.
Yeah, it could have been an engine hit.
Let's talk about the effect on the actual firefighting operation. So at this moment, firefighting authorities are expecting strong Santa Ana winds to fuel the already raging fires in the Palisades. These winds blow strongly down the mountains of coastal California and will blow flames and embers, further spreading the fire. Authorities still haven't contained these fires, and they had a narrow window to make some headway, which of course was delayed by this drone incident. The CL-415 are some of the precious few aircraft on site that are capable of scooping seawater. It makes them extremely important for firefighting in an area that is.
I shouldn't see it in the sky, I swear.
The reality is that firefighting operations have been dramatically impacted. This is going to cost money, time, property, and lives. Let's talk about the drone pilot. We want to start this conversation about the pilot by saying that authorities have not yet made contact with the pilot, and secondly, we don't know why the pilot was conducting this flight in the first place. There could have been legitimate reasons why the pilot chose to fly their drone here. For example, they could have been trying to find a safe path out of the affected area. They could have been looking for a lost pet, or something more legitimate than just getting the shot for Instagram. We don't know the full circumstances, but at the same time, it's very clear that this was an illegal drone flight. And I can say that with conviction because even if a no-fly zone was not already established at the time of this incident, it is illegal to operate a drone in a manner that hinders wildfire operations. This was the wrong time and the wrong place to conduct a drone flight. However, like I said, all that said, as of this filming of this, it's too early to paint this person as someone who is acting with extreme negligence. Let's keep the pitchforks in the barn for now.
100%.
So we were talking about the cost.
Past
FAA press releases have noted that unsafe or unauthorized flights can result in a fine of up to $75,000 per violation. This means that every time you take off illegally, you press that buy button on a $75,000 fine. Further, in an email to the CDC, the FAA stated that someone using an aircraft to interfere with firefighting operations could face up to a 12-month prison sentence. So no matter what ends up being the pilot's motivation for this flight, we're pretty sure they're going to see some pretty stark consequences. In fact, we might all see some consequences for this flight. Let's talk about what happens next for drone laws. So what are those consequences? Let's be real here. We can't know exactly what may happen, but we need to talk a little bit about what could happen in the near future for the drone industry. We're going to talk about both USA and Canada here. So the current regulatory framework in Canada is split into three parts. You've got the micro, which is under 250 grams, the basic, and then you've got the advanced. And in the US, there's two parts. There's the recreational flights or the trust certificate.
I like how they showed different size drones for that too. Like not just different size, but like different styles of drones. Like the micro and basic and advanced, they're all fucking DJI drones, and like you couldn't even put in like an FPV drone just so a little bit more of a difference. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Like,
To be fair, though, when you look at those pictures, there's no sense of scale. You don't know how big they are compared to each other.
Yeah, they
you want a tiny whoop?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't know DJI drones, the one on the right could be like the size of a Mob 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Mobula.
Dude, they should make that style into a Mob 7 style. That'd be sick. Retractable arms and shit on a Mob 7. Can you imagine? Holy. Fuck, we're almost done this, so let's continue.
And then
this.
you've got the advanced. And in the US, there's two parts. There's the recreational flights or the trust certificate, and then part 107 for commercial operations or over people.
I kind of like what they're doing in the
general
United States,
sentiment
even though we
we've
have
seen
it better
online
up
is
here.
that people are worried
Makes more
that
sense.
these
though.
frameworks are going to change to become more restrictive. The reality is that we're probably into the FO of the FAFO meme. In Canada,
Fine,
the
right,
microdrone
fuck, all right.
carve-out allows sub 250 gram pilots to operate without training, certification,
Yeah.
or aircraft registration. Canadians have some pretty broad privileges that allow the drone industry to flourish without that many hoops to jump through. The burning question, though, is could incidents like
We are
this
lucky.
prompt the government to take a look at the microdrone laws in Canada? And when we
Right.
say
Well, that's
take a
the
look,
problem.
we
It's
mean
just a matter of time.
revisiting those
That's why I
regulations to
have so
either
much
take
fun,
away
because
privileges
stuff like this
or
happens and
increase
then
the
it's gone.
rules for microdrone
right.
pilots. The same goes for America. Could the regulators change the procedures or the training requirements for new drone pilots? This is a struggle for people like me and my team to speculate on, because we're coming from traditional aviation. We've been trained and we've been told that aviation laws are written in the blood of past mistakes, and the purpose of these laws are to protect human lives. That said, we're making this video and we're on this channel because we see immense potential for new careers in aviation, especially in the drone space. Someone could have a long, profitable career in aviation and never touch a helicopter or an airplane. The world of aviation
100%.
is changing rapidly. So what could happen to these drone laws? To know that, or to even hazard a guess, we need to know what the root cause of this incident was. An incident like this is rarely caused by just one thing. This is referred to as a Swiss cheese model.
Boom.
Multiple holes in the layer of safety cheese need to line up to
I like
allow
cheese.
the incident to push
Safety
through. In
cheese.
this
I like
case, some
safety
potential
cheese.
factors or layers
In
of
Dubai,
cheese
someone
are gonna
flew
include
into a
poor
plane,
or
and then that was the end of
inaccurate
FPV.
and
So
or
Wow.
pilot awareness and
In
decision.
Dubai.
When it comes to the
Yeah.
geofencing side, this is something that
now they have
happens
to
on
pay
both
like
hardware and software
$300 a
side
day
of the
to get like a
drone
permit
itself.
to fly
So
there.
we've seen a lot of comments
Oh
on
my
videos
goodness.
suggesting that DJI, the drone manufacturer, should have prevented this drone from even taking off. Let's talk about that. So in most circumstances, DJI FlySafe, or the
Yeah.
system that
Yeah, where was
prevents
DJI
drones
on
from
that
flying
one?
into most
Right.
controlled airspace surrounding airports, is preloaded onto the drone and is only updated when a pilot has a firmware update on the drone. The reality is this database update is skippable, and the drone pilot can either ignore the notices or just never connect the drone to the internet after they've done that first initial activation. Just yesterday, we took a look at DJI's FlySafe map, and in this
Here we go.
situation, there are now actually blue activation zones surrounding the Palisades fire that are actually bigger than the actual restricted airspace zones in place. We're not sure, and we didn't really have time to confirm it before this video, but it seems like this is the first time we've seen a TFR get published to DJI's FlySafe. If you know of other circumstances of this happening, please let us know in the comments. And while it's great that DJI has done this database update, like I just said though, the pilot can ignore the update and continue to fly. And in any case, what DJI has done now did not prevent this incident from happening already. And it's not that it's up to DJI anyway. The responsibility of the decision to fly, it always comes back to the drone pilot. So some questions are going to need to be answered. Was this pilot aware of the temporary flight restrictions? Was the temporary flight restriction even in place already and announced? And if not, regardless, was the pilot aware of the right-of-way rules or the rules surrounding wildfire operations? Did the pilot even know how bad of an idea it was to fly this drone? This all comes back down to general airmanship. It's about being a
Could
good
be
pilot
anybody.
and being a good citizen of the skies. So like we said, in order to know what might happen to the drone laws, we need to know that root cause. So if we say that the drone pilot didn't know or that they were ignorant, does that mean that stricter pilot training requirements are coming, or maybe harder questions on the drone pilot exams? Or what about if we find that the drone pilot knew
Training
better
doesn't
and was
fix
unaware?
ignorance, right?
Will the laws change at all? They don't really make driver's tests harder
help.
every time your uncle gets busted for speeding in a school zone. If we find the DJI should have prevented this flight, what laws would require drone
It's like
manufacturers
everyone
to
with a
prevent
license
illegal
in
flights
a
the
car
future? What would the world
causes
look like
just
if we
as
had to
much
go through an
accidents.
unlock procedure
You
Yeah.
know what I
every
mean?
Yeah.
single
That's a
flight?
very good
The
point.
reality
A
is, though,
license
that new
means
laws
nothing.
don't happen
If you're
Yeah.
a crap driver, you're a crap driver.
Yeah, no matter what vehicle you're in, no matter what vehicle you're in, if you're on a bike, you're on a skateboard, you're on a friggin'
A lot of these people don't even know they need a fucking license to fly their drone.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, I agree with the guy. We should keep the pitchforks in the barn for now, but I think he's a little too nice. Like I would bet, I'd bet somebody $5 that this guy was an idiot, and he was at bare minimum he was an ignorant idiot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't see. Yeah, there might be a good explanation, but yeah.
It's kind of a weird spot to have malicious intent. You know what I mean? If he was there and like,
I don't think they were malicious.
Vehicle or like try to like
no.
be like, oh, this fire is like something I want to capture. Like, get out of my way. Type thing.
I'm
like,
not.
I don't think that
I'm
was
not
it,
ready to
right?
go that far with the conspiracy theory. I just think it was. I just think it was some average Joe with a DJI Mini that they got for Christmas, or some YouTuber.
Well, that's a big thing too, as well. We don't even know what size drone it was. The impact looks pretty big.
There's pictures of it.
There was pictures of it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they pulled pieces of it out of the wing cavity.
I didn't see the pictures. I didn't see the size
like a mini.
Of the drone, so that's pretty wild. It's a mini. That's pretty ridiculous.
It was a mini or whatever the next. Or the smallest Mavic or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
If a mini can do that much damage to a plane, though, that's pretty phenomenal. Like I'm actually kind of surprised.
Yeah. It might have been the next size up from the mini. What is that? It wasn't an Avatar. It was a Mavic, I guess.
Mavic, yeah, could be a Mavic. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's just super weird.
It was
like, I get both sides for sure, 100%. But mini 3.
Yeah, I don't think there was malice. I don't think you can go that far. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I did see pictures of a pile of parts, and they looked mini-esque.
Mini-esque. Was that because there was
like that's? I remember that's.
How did you know the size?
What was I gonna say? But like that, I don't know what it. Maybe it's just where I'm coming from. But like one of the first things I remember learning about rules was stay away from emergency services and like those kind of areas. You don't, crime scenes, anywhere there's flashing lights, you're automatically not allowed to fly. In Canada, that's the law. And I remember learning that very early on. So as soon as I see something like this, I'm like, dude, like, duh, you're not supposed to fly there. Like,
yeah, he's also
I take
not
it for granted that I know that. You know what I mean? It's ingrained in me. Pardon?
He's also not looking for a lost dog, as that guy said, either, because if he was, he would be a lot lower on the ground, closer to the trees than he would be like way up where a plane's flying overhead. In my thoughts, but
I feel like if he had a good excuse, he would have come forward by now and said, "Yeah, that was me." If he had a good excuse, be like, "Yeah, that was me. I was looking for my dog in the fire." Or, he would say that. But if it's just some guy who's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up."
Yeah. Or he lost his drone.
If anybody asks, I was with you all day, honey. I was with you all day, honey. If anybody asks.
Here's my theory. He got a drone for Christmas, right? His wife got a drone for Christmas. He goes and flies it for like a couple of times, gets some awesome footage. And then all of a sudden this huge fire is coming up and he's like, what the heck? He's like, oh yeah, check this out. And then all of a sudden this plane comes out of nowhere because he has no idea about the regulations or anything.
Comes over the rise of the hill. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, bam. Yeah. And now he's like, dude, we're moving to Mexico. Let's get the out of town. And he's just like,
oh yeah, dollars to donuts. It was a royal fucking screw up.
Yeah. He's like, he heard about Philly Drone Mike. He's like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
The problem with it being so easy for everyone, like everyone in FPV that actually has to learn how to fly, it's like we've gone through that kind of hardness, that nightmare, that loss and everything.
It's not even flying, it's the building of it too.
Yeah, and then now people can just buy and fly whatever. It makes it
like, buy and fly. I like buy and fly instead of buy.
Yeah,
it's disposable. One day, they're disposable.
I'm at like Times Square in New York and Toronto. We have Dundas Square, and I go to fly my 75mm Whoop, and literally a drone falls out of the sky and like lands like 3 feet away from me. I'm like, what the heck is that? And it was a mini.
Oh, did you knock somebody out of the sky?
No, some guy.
Knock him out of the sky.
Some guy was flying his mini for like the second time ever right at Dundas Square. And it was like, dude, it's like, go to the park,
place,
learn how to fly, and then come do this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow, that's crazy. Have you had much wing pilots in Toronto yet that you've seen, or even like micro wings?
There's one guy. There's one guy at the whenever I go to like the big field, which in the summertime, there's this guy and he has a it's sick. It's like it looks like a homemade styrofoam Top Gun jet. Like
Wicked.
Nice.
yeah.
Where do
But
you
that's
fly
like
in Toronto?
250
Where's the
grams.
field?
There's
Where's the
nothing.
field?
Like it's all illegal. Sub 250 is not illegal, but him flying that fixed wing in the
Right.
park where he flies, like the rules are crazy because I can go to like downtown Toronto and dive a building, that's legal. But if I go to a park, like any park, you're not allowed to fly in the park.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, man.
Good times.
So I enjoy it while I can, right? Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just I look at it like the same. It's weird because I come from the reptile community, and in the reptile community, something crazy that lots of people don't even know happened is that the pet stores and the small pet people, they're the ones that got all the big snakes banned, like the big retics and whatever. It was actually from within the community. And you see it in FPV too, where it's not
Irresponsible
usually,
people.
yeah, but it's not usually the regulation people that come after us. It's so one of us sees one of us doing something, and then they go and start. Did you see what they did?
And it becomes
And
a
it's
thing.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, we cause the problems from within our own community more than anybody else does,
Yeah.
and that's
So
kind of
too
sad.
damn sick. Too damn sickness. The sickness is catching on.
See what Brandon Beans, as an owner of 11 finches, I for one am glad about the snake ban.
Yikes.
When I first read that, to be honest, when I first read that, I thought it said 11 inches. I was like, what is going on in chat?
Went down the hole.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. It's like,
Oh,
Brandon,
gosh.
what?
Oh, yeah.
What do
Yeah,
you do with
exactly.
them?
I read 11 inches.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Every time you post one of those videos too, you know, trying a 5-inch for the first time.
I think we all read 11 inches. Nobody saw the F.
Well, I made I made a poll once, which is your favorite, 5-inch, 3.5-inch, or 8-inch, and I just put 8-inch in there for the sake of it because I knew some of you people would go for it.
8-inch one, right?
Gotta go big, man. Gotta go big. Have you guys ever checked out any of the infrared cameras that Cadex FPV put out?
Too heavy, too expensive.
Yeah, expense.
How about on the wing?
In today's video, I'm going to give you
that'd be fun.
This guy puts together a really cool fixed wing with one of these cameras.
When flying at night,
so we get to see some kind of LED lit up fun,
cool.
crazy wing.
That'd be fun to chase.
The thing is, every time I hear like people with like these good night vision, like dark things, they always like show off like they're flying in the city, which isn't dark.
I'm
You know what I mean? Or
I'm
like
scared of
in the
fixed
suburbs,
wings.
which is, I live in the middle of nowhere. There's no freaking street lights. So
Right.
if I can fly at night, that'd be groundbreaker.
That looks pretty dark.
This is fairly dark.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
And look how good the camera is. I mean, you
I
can
just
see
hate the
perfectly
idea
fine.
of losing it. I just
Right.
it goes so far and then it's gone.
As long as it got big bright lights on it like that, I'm sure you'll find it anywhere.
I don't want to walk that
GPS.
You don't want to walk that far. Return to home, brother. Return to home.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. That's the reason they invented turtle mode, right? Because I don't want to walk.
Yeah, 100%.
If it was a turtle mode, I'd say screw this hobby.
I fly pushers, so
That is pretty impressive. Oh
No
yeah,
turtle and
pusher.
pushers.
No well, that's
You
the
got
other
one
thing. Yeah.
chance.
Well, even like flying the micro roops on the grass too, right? You know, like the turtle on the grass.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's
even
pitch
my
dark.
5-inch. If the grass is long, is can't get out of it.
Well, you know what? Even with a turtle mode, it just if you hit it wrong, you smash your motor, you break a prop. Like it just happens. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
There's no foolproof FPV.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those
archaic
guys. When I
ideas and
started,
stuff, yeah.
I used to hammer on the turtle mode when I first started. I was like, oh yeah, this isn't doing
Blowing
any
ESC.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Well,
only once, but that was because it was stuck in a 100-foot tree. And I couldn't get it.
Or like with
So I
5
either
inches,
leave-
I don't know if I'm tightening them wrong, but is it normal that when you
What?
smash them that they unloose the nut sometimes?
I've never had
I
that, but
haven't had
only
too
back in the
much.
day when the prop nuts went reverse sometimes on different motors.
Because that's
Your
happened to me.
your nylock nuts can get old and loose too.
Yeah,
always
I would
brand
take a
new.
lighter
On
too.
that-
Wow, the loose brand new ones? That's weird.
Maybe I just don't tighten it enough. It's like
Yeah, I crank 'em
I
pretty
got my
good.
first 5-inch, so it's
Yeah, I crank them pretty good on mine though. But usually because they spin a certain direction, they should automatically tighten, not loosen. If they, did hit something.
Well, that's what the nylocks are for.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty impressive for this night camera.
Yeah, I'm actually
So
kind of like.
is this with a? This is Cadex,
this
you
a
said. So does this
digital?
work with
Is
a
it
Vista?
digital or analog?
Analog, yeah, and it's Cadex, yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of
I want this on a Vista.
Yeah, I kind of want to
You
put this
got a
on a little
Polar.
micro or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Polar
Polar's
can't do
close to it.
that.
I've heard Polar can do pretty good though.
Polar's really good. Like the
Mhm.
Polar is surprisingly good.
Have
I
you
actually
taken
do
it
have
out?
Polar on mine. I've taken it out on my deck
I
once. and
love
couldn't
night.
shoot squads.
I love flying at night.
Mhm.
Less people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get the little guys going too, so I can set up some LED gates and stuff out in the yard at night in the summer.
Well, that's fucking cool. Anyway, he's just showing off him flying those. Not a lot more after that. He does land and then shows
That's
off
pretty
how much
ridiculous.
he did flying and stuff. But if you haven't checked out Giz
Better than I thought they were
FPV, at his channel, let me link you guys. in
I
the
I agree
chat.
with you, Bandit. Yeah, like even the OG. I've been going backwards. I like the OG with the Vista, the OG camera Vista, and the Polar for night.
Yeah.
But I've been flying analog more lately.
Bring back the original area in it. The giant one.
Yeah.
You can get them now.
Oh yeah. I had one.
Too heavy.
I gave it to somebody though.
The circuit board on
It's
the
so big
Polar
now,
Nano
yeah, you
says
see it.
Baby Ratel HD. Isn't that weird?
There you go.
That's weird.
That's what it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think so many of these products that we buy that we think are from a certain brand. You know what I mean? Like all these different. Take analog cameras for example. Probably, the chips all come from a different supplier, which is the same supplier for all of them.
The
You know what I
same
mean? It comes from Chip
manufacturer.
City in China. It's
They just change a lens
same-
on it.
They probably build it differently, like with this option and this option and this option, but it's basically the same thing. I don't think that like Newbie Drone or whatever, or Ratel is developing their own CCDs and lenses. You know what I mean? They're not developing their own camera system from the ground up and software and compression algorithms and all that. You know what I mean? It's pretty much off the shelf for manufacturers, right?
The New Breed Drone uses different electronics, so I never really liked their electronics. And
Yeah, I just use them for example. I'm just
specifically.
saying,
Yeah. But each one has different you can tell lots of time when they come from the same manufacturer.
100%.
And I think there's options that they can pick, right? Like they can choose to, their software to go
It's
more
just like
for
batteries.
light sensitivity or exactly. There's slight differences.
They're just labeled differently, and but most of them are coming from the same place.
You too could get an analog camera made with Toronto FPV logo on it. You know what I mean? And market it as the next best thing.
I'm down. I'm down. You take off the sticker and it just says micropolar on the back. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
so the next cool thing I wanted to share, I don't know if it's super cool, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
This DJI flip drone. I mean, this is kind of the interesting little pocket type drone that you can get, right?
The Neo replacement.
What the hell is that?
Upgrade.
Yeah.
It's got one duct. What?
No, it's a foldable. It's foldable. It's basically the Neo.
Folded up.
The Neo replacement, like an upgraded Neo.
I thought it was like a rolling thing that you put on the ground. It was a wheel.
No, it's a Ferris wheel drone.
Star Wars in real life.
Yeah, I was gonna say that little drone with the one wheel that goes back and forth, right? That'd be awesome.
Look how cool it looks. Yeah, it flies like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I still take offense of the
well, they're
early
competing.
90s
They're competing.
PC beige that DJI uses.
There's another
Why do they
company.
use the old
they're
PC
competing.
beige?
So there it is unfolded.
Cooler. Yeah, it just looks like a what was it? A Neo, right?
It's got
basically
quite a
big
lot.
Neo.
Like whatever you call
It's
them,
bigger,
like
right?
struts going from the ducts to the motor. It's super weird. Well, they want to throw it like a frisbee and
it's got
fold and
spokes.
start following. That would be amazing. Okay,
Does it have obstacle avoidance on it?
No. I did watch somebody video and like them running into things and just like hitting the ground.
That's going to be a tree catcher.
This guy does a good video about it.
Captain Drone.
Well, that looks like a fun place to fly FPV.
It just pushes shit out of the way. It doesn't even give a fuck about obstacle avoidance.
I don't think you can land on your hand if you have obstacle avoidance, right? Because that's an obstacle. Drive it into your mother's face. Next family get together. Oh, he dropped the RC.
Yeah, we.
That's the most expensive part of the kit, there, isn't it?
Sure is. Only controls one drone.
He's wearing sunglasses.
That's pretty bright white. I would too.
It's like he's not FPVing. That's why.
No, yeah, I know.
I'm like, what?
I bet you the screen like those screens get so much glare. It's so brutal. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, it does have optical avoidance. Okay, it does beep.
No,
and he turns it off now.
I can't hear it either.
I'll rewind it for you.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I believe you. Just can't hear it. There's no sound.
Oh, you can't hear it. I know what happened. Let me go back. Sorry about that. I forgot.
You're fired. You're fired. Fired, I tell you.
Are you? Is this your first time streaming?
I think we should have another poll. Should Marcel be fired?
The obstacle avoidance let me go through.
Oh, he's got an accent.
Yeah. For these type of gaps, I will turn it off. The obstacle avoidance does work. Pretty cool. So this is the.
Who taught Stephen? He's too thin. He's too thin to be Stephen.
He'd be anorexic and shit or something. And why do you go French?
And he sounds more like Russian.
Might pick it up on the microphone.
Yes. Obstacle avoidance.
I agree with Ryan 9 there. I want to see a big old backflip over that thing.
That's
yeah.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Check out this.
That's a cool spot though.
Big old spinning
everyone has
wall
way more
around the
snow
curve.
than I
The wind
use.
today is 20 kilometers per hour.
I like this shot. That's kind of a cool shot.
Very well.
If there was something there to like fill in that square, it would have been better. But
to reveal
kind of a cool way.
100 miles an hour.
Not building, but the structure. I think that's the. correct way how to say that.
Yeah, that would be so
cool shot.
fun to be flying around the freestyle.
Not in center.
Mhm.
Where's the drone? Oh, it's over there. Cool.
Oh, is that doorway go all the way through? You could power loop the whole thing?
Yeah, the image
Yeah, you
quality looks
could.
great. Actually.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Sharpening.
Stay tuned for part 2.
-2 and noise reduction. Noise reduction -1 because we don't want
crash.
Wow, that whole
digital
area.
in-camera sharpening and digital
The whole
noise
structure is
reduction.
super weird. Like you can power loop through those too.
I was kind of hoping that this drone will be
I know.
capable.
Look at that big
Giant
gap
Gap
there.
City there.
FPV
Yeah.
controller and the goggles. Well, you will probably be able to fly it with goggles, but I don't think that FPV controller and acro flying will be possible with this drone. But you never know. Maybe
Not
DJI
acro.
will go crazy and make an update for that. I would actually be very happy to have this type of a camera on this small drone for FPV stuff.
So it's very just cinematic style flying. It
I
doesn't
think
have
it
sport
could do
mode. It
that.
doesn't have like
Ah.
any
I think it
craziness.
could go
It's
acro.
it's for
What's
snapshots.
the camera? Is the camera on it
Otherwise,
better
I
than the
think
Neo? Does it have
Yeah.
the same camera as the Avata
No, it
2, or
doesn't,
which
so.
camera?
I've
probably
heard
the
it's a
04
better
Lite.
camera. Yeah, I've heard it's a better
The
camera.
04
than the
Lite?
one. No, I think
Or
it's the
04
Pro.
Pro?
I think
Okay.
it's the
do
Pro.
that gap
See,
again,
if it
pull
has
out the-
if it has a better camera than the Neo, sure. If it doesn't, like the Neo actually looks like it's kind of fun, and you can FPV it.
So from what I'm told, this one has a gimbal on it and everything, and it has like the more professional camera, where the Neo doesn't have a gimbal as far as I remember, and it only has like the basic
Does
04.
does the Neo have the 04 Lite?
I believe so.
It must.
Yeah,
Okay.
great.
That makes sense then, because when people said the Neo had the 04, and I looked at the videos of it, I'm like, it doesn't look that great.
Exactly.
Let's continue on our journey through this year.
Neo is the 04 Lite camera.
It
yeah.
all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because I was watching like review videos and trying to look at it compared to the Avata 2, and I was just like, this is not good.
Brandon Beans gets to test DJI stuff once in a while. Why don't you get your hands on one and tell us what you think, buddy?
Yeah, no kidding, right? I would definitely
Beans has connections.
listen to his opinion on it. That's for sure. Fuck
He's
yeah.
got connections, man. He got to play with the Oath. I think he was playing with the O3, if I remember correctly, or the Avata 2 before it came out. One of those things. He's one of those cool people. He knows a guy who knows a guy, you know.
Knows a guy. Toronto, by the way, welcome in. I appreciate you coming in. We're hoping to have a little bit more of consistent with you if you wanted to come in and hang out with us. But
Tuesdays usually I'm busy, but once in a while I get a free one. So if I do, I'm happy to join you guys. I love anything FPV people, but lots of time the wife is away. So
yeah, no worries. No worries.
Look at my good parenting skills.
I was gonna say somebody's passed out behind you.
Somebody's sleeping behind you there.
I don't even need to have a bedtime. I took her to we skipped my wife, she told me, she's like, whatever with the teachers. I'm like, yeah, like, okay, I go to the school. I'm like, look, my kid's not coming to school tomorrow. They're like, why? Because we're skipping school, we're going to the movies all day. And the teacher's like, yeah, they're like, oh, this is fun, you should take me. Okay, yeah. There you go. See, she's out before her bedtime.
Nice.
Good
did you guys
parenting,
eat?
right
The way to
there.
do it.
We saw Mufasa and Sonic, and I was just like, it's crazy, the animation and everything, the level that they're at. But Mufasa, though, it was just like seeing real animals talking. There's something weird about it, and it's all CGI. So it's like you're watching a video game, and it's just the fake. You know how the shutter, like the blur, like they have like that fake blur, fake motion blur, and everything, and it's just surreal.
Wow.
And the best part is just hearing the soundtrack from the original movie, because all the new songs
Oh, yeah.
It's not the
Nice.
same. We had it good back
Mhm.
in the day with the
Yeah.
simple cartoons and the orchestras and stuff. Now
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Oh,
now it's
So
it's
real.
too perfect. Like it's kind of like you can
I
tell
remember.
that it's
uh,
too
Put in your
perfect.
VR
I remember
goggles
too
and you'd be
when that Lion King movie first came out, like the original. That opening
Oh,
sequence as animation
amazing.
is absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous,
Amazing.
Mhm.
and it's considered cartoony for sure, but it's beautifully done. Like,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah. But the voices are auto-tuned. Like everything is like you can tell it's all like scientifically put together like a casino now.
Mhm. It's overproduced almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
It's just
I don't
it's
know.
missing
It's too
something.
slick. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, like I told her I'll wake her up after and we'll watch Dumb and Dumber.
Hey,
The first one and then the second one.
CMYK's here.
The first one. Because remember seeing that as a kid? Like, remember the first time you watched like a really stupid movie and like how happy it made
Yeah.
you? What was it for you guys?
Oh, jeez.
I don't remember. It's probably Strange Brew. Strange
Brew
as a
is
kid,
amazing.
Canadian. Yeah. Take off, you hoser.
Yeah. That's
I'm like,
classic.
what
Always classic.
I tried watching Blazing Saddles,
Mm.
but I didn't remember how like racist and everything it was, right?
Yeah. Good night,
Still
Morton.
not. Yeah. CMYK, Morton, good night. H&R drone from all the way from New Zealand. Good to see you, Mr. H&R drone. Mr. and Mr. The twins.
Mr. We got we got Riot and H&R.
Last couple things I wanted to share with you guys is I don't know if you guys know or have checked out, but the Australians are doing a race series right now live on YouTube off and on. So check out the link below. What they're doing right now is the Australian Army Cadets Drone Racing Boot Camp. Pretty fucking cool.
Getting ready for a
drone
future
racing.
For a future of dropping remote bombs on people.
No.
It's like Australian multi-GP or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're even. Yeah, they're not part of multi-GP, but they definitely have their own AAC DRT, whatever the heck that stands for. But I think that's all the Army Cadets, their own racing league. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, though. If you haven't checked them out, they are live right now. I don't know why they didn't play. There's not much going on right now. They're setting things up because they just started the stream again. They were live earlier today. But yeah, check them out. Some cool racing out there. You got Mac Daddy, Red Dog, Sub 20 McQueen. I don't recognize the other two names, Yapson and Rifkin. But yeah, Australian Rippers. And yeah, Army Cadets. That was pretty cool. Some things going on all over the world, man. So check out and support all of the awesome people that are doing some awesome shit out there. Danzilla, did you have anything that you wanted to share with us?
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Say it louder.
I love all the colors,
Sorry,
Danzilla.
Hacking up along before. Oh yeah, it's too bright. Pretty bright today, actually.
It's sick. What are all those things? Is this like bongs?
Oh,
or
it's
are they
just
like...
it's just like a laboratory. I just like search
You're
for
a
laboratory
scientist?
stock photography background.
Breaking Bad happening over there?
Yeah, I could also do this. I could also do this one.
That one's
Do you
better.
recognize
Oh
that?
no! Isn't that Joshua
You're gonna learn
Bardwell's?
something. Yeah, you're gonna learn something today.
Oh,
No,
I
you're not.
was hoping that was real. That was sick.
Yeah, he's totally banned. He's not even allowed to have that on there, actually.
Where are you from, Danzilla? Where are you from? What do you fly?
I'm a couple hours north of you, up near Huntsville,
Oh,
Bracebridge area.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
So-
fly mostly 5-inch and I have a 7-inch. I'm trying to get little ones going.
I'm trying to
mostly freestyle
well,
stuff.
there's a couple subscribers from the States that might come, and when they do, what we're planning to do a weekend where basically we get an Airbnb and then fly all night, and then in the morning
Trouble.
as the sun goes up, the CN Tower all together.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you should do that.
What would you
Meet
dive
up
the
with them.
CN Tower with? A little 3.5 or something?
Yeah, 3.5, 3. I've done it so many
Sub-
times. As long
sub
as you don't have
250 though, right?
crossfire, yeah, as long as you don't have crossfire, you're fine. Crossfire gets
Okay.
blasted out. So I
ELRS.
got blasted out years ago, and then I didn't do it for 2 years. I had a the
that'd be
tadpole.
fun.
Remember the tadpole?
Which?
The Armiton tadpole.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so when that
nothing
came
about
out, they had the space grade whatever. So I got like the brand new Armiton tadpole. If you break the frame, they'll fix it forever.
Yep.
And then lost
Good
that
one.
halfway up the CN Tower. Like they blast it. It blasts out the 900
frequency.
signal. So I didn't do it for a long time, but 2.5, 2.4. Yeah, 2.4 is safe.
Well, the CN Tower is got a lot of juice coming off of it, right? Like all the radio stations and shit use it, I think. So it's a pretty hot little.
And there's lots of wind. There's lots of wind up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, heck yeah, coming off that lake there, breezy city. Mm-hmm.
There's a dope one for Mr. Danzilla.
Oh yeah, this is my funnest weekend ever.
That's a great one.
All I did was fly all weekend. That weekend. Literally like sun up till sundown. I wonder what this building looks like now. There must be another story on there by now.
Yeah, this was back in July.
I haven't been there in a while. I kind of had to leave after this because I was flying around and the guy came up to me and he's like, "Oh, there's still guys working there." So it's like, "I prefer if you didn't fly over the site while there was people working." So I packed it in. I didn't stick around too long.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was like
You
a
just did,
Sunday
more
evening.
flights?
I landed right then and there. I was nice about it. I don't want to cause trouble. I'd rather go back another day than be banned for life.
But they were there on a Sunday? They must have been really pushing.
Yeah, there's just a couple of guys. There was a couple of guys working on the roof or doing something there, and I didn't see them at first. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know how close. I think I got pretty close there. So that's when I went down the road to the tower.
Always thank you and sorry. Like almost every time I go flying. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry.
Totally. Better to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Never ask permission ever. Never.
You'll never get it.
Yeah.
Never. And then you're doing something wrong. But if you just do it and you get caught, like I flew the movie theater today. The manager came. He said, "That's awesome, but you can't do it." Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.
That's my orbit tree. I've orbited that tree so many times.
I did a whole motorcycle show where I just flew through the motorcycle show, but I acted like I was working there. And nobody bothered me. I flew like 8 packs.
What you do is you put on a high-vis vest, and you carry around a clipboard, and you can do anything.
Yeah.
Just wear a hard helmet on top of your goggles. No big deal.
See, I like to be a little stealthy just because, like, I'm always afraid someone on the street will just come and smack me or something.
Yeah. Totally. You just gotta blend in.
Yeah, you just go hide in a corner somewhere and be like, "Can I survive 3 minutes?"
Yeah. Or like if I'm downtown, I like to be off the street level because then I know I'm a little bit more safe around me. You know, if I'm like in like a rooftop or like somewhere like a patio or something I can find, you know, there's less people gonna be walking by.
It's been proven a guy with a ladder can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Not
I
in
saw that video.
Toronto.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
100%.
Oh man.
Heck yeah, Danzilla.
Oh, I got all my lines down on my property now.
You got a sweet spot.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Lots of space.
Yeah, Toronto, no space. Like, it's like $1,000. They put up all these condos that are they're like 450 square foot condos for $700,000.
Wow,
It's insane.
Yeah, no more
it's
parks for you.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I gotta come visit you sometime. You're like
yeah, for sure.
How many hours north are you, Dan?
2.5, depending on the traffic.
Okay. Come for a motorcycle.
Maybe,
rip and
yeah,
roll.
2. Yeah, you could do 2. Excuse me.
Heck yeah. You live in the land of lakes right there where you're at. So.
Pretty much. Yeah, you got to be comfortable flying over water.
I'm comfortable flying over anything. If there's a chance of losing my drone, it's like, I don't know. That's what excites me because I'm sick.
I started to do more long range stuff, and I was like looking for a good spot where there wasn't any water, like to fly over to start doing some testing. And it's like everywhere to go with a good like sort of line of sight and in a good spot with no water was like an hour drive away from me. Like there was just nothing. So I just went, screw it.
The
I'm flying over
water
the lake. It's like I could walk over there and fly 7 kilometers away, or I could, but it's all over water. So yeah.
Okay. Do you do much
It's very
gorilla
stressful.
whooping in there, Toronto?
Yeah, like honestly, I don't even like whoops except for gorilla whooping. Like I like whoops because then you can I'll go to the mall and be like, I'm gonna fly through the Tesla, like, and that's my mission. Fly through a Tesla.
That's funny.
Or like in Eden Center, every year they do the Christmas tree, and I haven't dove it yet. One year I'll be able to, but the last time I went, I was all set up. But I'm like, there's like 2 security guards on every level, and they're just waiting for like someone to attack or something.
Of course, right.
Mind you, in Toronto, they can't touch you. So it's like, I don't know if you've seen like all the robberies where like the security guys are following them with the cell
exactly.
phones.
Oh
Crazy.
my gosh.
But
Wow.
it's just, I don't know. I like just diving big buildings with my 3.5 inch.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah. That gets my jollies going.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone here has probably seen Mr. FPV Vegan.
Yeah.
Last 2 videos I want to show is this one here. So it's pretty badass. He does some laundry whipping.
Mostly men.
Yeah, bring us some more footage of Toronto.
Yeah, Mobula.
Mr. Toronto FPV next time.
Tattoo batteries.
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
Other batteries in there. These
Oh, just play my last
I
one.
want to see a CN Tower dive.
So this is sobering fine right now.
I'll drop a link.
I didn't know it was so easy to dive the CN Tower. You can just do it with a sub 250?
Yeah.
You're going to get shit?
I'm not
I just always
encouraging.
assumed it was...
I'm not encouraging
I'm just-
anyone to do anything.
Who's
But
gonna
It's
stop
technically
it?
not... Like if I have my basic and it's sub 250, I can do that?
Sure.
Mean anything here. They will come and like tell you to leave, but like whatever. You can get it
Yeah.
back in.
Right. That's just the
Let me show
CN
you.
Tower telling you to leave, not the Canada Transport Canada.
Or like what do you call it? Like Ontario Police.
Yeah. Just security guards versus the feds, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna stop. I'm not really
The OPP.
videos, but like
I'd rather be told no by a security guard than by a fed.
Indoors isn't
Just by the-
regulated too.
get that many
100%.
subscribers and everything. And now that they demonetized,
This looks fun, eh? Flying in the laundromat.
Yeah, it's very small.
and talking. Let's just see what this guy.
There you go. There's one. There's a nice little.
You hit this gap.
What's that guy just doing? Was he
I don't know.
touching
It looks like he's
himself?
playing with a sock.
Yeah.
The madness.
It's hard to remember what I was gonna say.
The madness that is a laundromat at 3 a.m.
Or do I put it here? Here you go.
You can put it anywhere. Yeah.
My videos anymore.
What?
Yeah.
No
That's what she
views,
said.
Blah blah blah.
Did she roll it? Good girl.
I was also gonna say though.
He got demonetized recently for a stupid thing. YouTube does that too sometimes with the reused content. You have to be careful.
Every time I crash,
You have to be careful, like copyright stuff. They can turn you off.
Oh my god.
100%.
I just
Been
got
a while
warning.
since
Oh wait, so like the algorithm will put a copyright strike against you for using your own footage again?
No. They'll say it's reused
Oh.
content, but what it is that basically everything is like checked by like AI and whatever. So it's not really people
Yeah.
checking your stuff. So if you
Yeah.
use a lot of
Yeah.
copyrighted content, they'll nail you, and then you can't get it back unless you get rid of like everything that has
I swear,
copyrighted
flying,
material, and you have to change your banner, you have to change your thumbnail, you have to change your
Wow.
about section. And if you go through all those steps and then you go to like message them on Twitter, like Team YouTube on Twitter, and you can get your account back. But like
Crazy.
it happened to me
crazy.
once for a year. So
Uh,
it's extra confusing because they say it's reused content, and it's like it has nothing to do with you reusing your content.
That's funny.
mm.
And
Never had that
as
before.
long as you delete, like let's say you post something and it does well, or it does terrible, you can delete it and repost it, and that's fine.
Weird.
Crazy.
I'm glad I'm not chasing that high.
But I do it because I like posting my cool videos.
Oh,
Fuck
a nice
yeah.
long table there. Do a nice grind along the table.
No, oh shit. Nah, he noticed. Doesn't care though.
He's pretty much all by himself except for that other person in there. That's it.
Yeah.
It's too quiet.
There's a lot of machines going though. I noticed there's like the whole wall of machines is going. So
Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro, this is your fault.
Oh God, bro, this is your fault.
Oh yeah.
oh, nice Maddie.
Heck yeah.
Low battery.
Is this a 65 or what
4
does he
minutes?
fly
No way.
usually?
I think it's a 65.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a 65. He's showing it at the beginning there.
Damn.
He has both, so
That was the first pack, guys.
Yeah.
I
I think he flies the 75s outside.
Unplug, roll up.
very cool. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, it's 65. Fucking A. Right. Where was the other video? Right here.
Radar H works for the forestry.
65 mil crown frame. The crown frame. CN Tower.
Oh yeah.
This is like a compilation from my 03 before I killed it.
Oh, cool.
So this is a 3.5. You said?
Yeah, this is a 03 discus. It's a pusher. Oh, this is that was something else, but whatever.
Fucking A.
I like that. The dive in reverse. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's cool.
That was a nice dive too. You got right down there.
Yeah, the 03 discus is like ridiculous. It's 200 grams.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was noticing once I started to get into just some taller dives. It's not, you got to stop thinking about yourself as falling, but you're flying forward.
Yeah,
just so
the
happens you're going
balance
downwards.
makes a
Yeah.
huge difference. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
basically it's a pusher
Oh,
with
wow.
with the battery on top, so all the weight is balanced. So when it falls,
Yeah.
it doesn't get
Just goes
pulled.
straight down.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh,
Very
what is
cool.
that? 500 meters? 183 meters or something?
It's almost 1,000 kilometers.
Nice
Or
cut.
no, I don't even know meters. I don't know what it is.
You ever hit the tower?
little nip and stuff.
I've touched the tip a little.
Touch the tip.
just a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, downtown with the little guys looks like so much fun. I'm jealous. I haven't been to the city forever.
Well, you tell me, and we'll go have some fun.
I feel like I could do this all night. Nice warm
Toronto
summer night
FPV,
doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that new the well, right?
Yeah.
Down on King or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's it there, right? That new underground mall.
That's sick.
Plaza thingy. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hey, you guys got to do an FPV the city event down there this year.
Oh, for sure.
Sweet. I'll get my 3.5s all tuned up.
Right there, like in between those balconies, I was never able to like get in there before this build, but this build is like so balanced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you that guy who driving that truck pooped his pants.
No, they can't even see it. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They can't even see it because it's so little and it's so quiet.
It's gone before they're like, what was that?
Yeah. Yeah, that was my wife there for a sec.
Okay, cool.
She
I was gonna say creeper.
She always gets mad at me.
Oh man, that building looks really cool inside.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And this is all just from the 03.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had an 03 for a month and then I broke two
I
of
thought
them.
you were gonna perch on the top there. You're gonna land
Now
on
I'm
the
back
top.
to analog and GoPro.
Damn. All the heavy stuff.
No, it's GoPro analog. I have it down to this is close. This is I think the closest I ever got.
There it is.
Yeah. I actually didn't touch it, but I shouldn't have cut that there. I should have left it because it's like I went so close and I actually didn't hit it.
Wow.
But yeah, my discus with the
That looks amazing with the lights.
with the naked
jealousy.
GoPro, 220 grams.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
But it's all custom.
I'm telling you, man, if I did this, I'd be so fucking nervous. My hands
They
would be
won't
shaking.
fix mine, Brandon. How about I send them to you? How about I send them to you and you get them to do it for me? Because nobody likes me. I think I miss out on a lot of sponsors because I take my clothes off too much.
Fuck yeah. Nice spots. Great video.
That's good, man.
This is fun.
So you're flying this with the 03 then?
Okay, so I'll show you
Mostly
one
you said?
more. I'll show
I'm
you
just
one
saying,
more
you're not having a
then
hard
you
time
can
seeing
see
anything.
you can see the with the I want to show you what it looks like with the actual GoPro. Yeah, that one. It's just right on the like with
Yeah, the serial.
the
Brandon
GoPro.
Beats talking to the serial numbers. That's why I can't figure out why can't they find the guy who crashed into the plane in the California one? Because
See, I was
DJI will give the government information right away. Like they've known to do that in the past.
would Brandon know?
Secret.
Brandon, if I was to buy an 03 off of Amazon, take it apart and swap the electronics and send it back, what would happen? Would they know? Because it's just like
Interesting.
it's so tempted to just when I was a
give it
little
a try.
when I was a little kid, I was a bad kid. I was just a bad kid. But I would go to Walmart and I would get blank cassette tapes, and I go to the video store and I'd actually unscrew them and like swap them. So
that's funny.
Hopefully your kid doesn't hear you get any ideas.
My kid's so good. Like the other day, I took her to one like in the summer. We're at Wonderland and we're around all the candies, and I'm like, go for it, just have some candy. And she looks at me and she's like, Dad, that's stealing. And I'm like, you're a good kid. I did good. It's like it's sampling. You're just testing it out.
Yeah,
sampling. You gotta have a sample from time to time.
Right. I'm not sure you're gonna like it. You don't want me to hear back tomorrow returning it. Fuck.
Swapping the guts out and returning it.
Yeah.
Thanks for that video, man. It looks like fun.
Yeah. Did you see the? Why is it not? Oh, it's the wrong. I sent you the wrong. Just one sec. Let me show you, because this was sick because I had no idea that people would be up there, and I went on at like golden hour. Here you go. This one.
553 meters. Right.
Do you see it in the
Oh, in private chat.
Yeah, I think so. There you go. Yeah, so this one basically is with the discus and a naked GoPro 9 or 10. And when I go up there, there's people. And I was just like, oh my God, there's people. This is perfect.
What, like on the skywalk or whatever? Like the people outside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pack it in. Let's go home real quick.
Yeah. Oh, I was just like, that could be a service too. Like you go, you tell me, I come and I film you as you're walking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hello, people.
That's hilarious.
Here's the tap. I think there's a tap here. Is there a tap? Yeah, there's the tap.
Close.
There's the tap.
There's the tap. Tappy, tappy.
But it was just beautiful.
Gotta go up there and do a wall slide all the way down it. There they are. That's sick.
See, so you see that gap there? I want to like dive down and hit that gap on the way
Between
down.
where they're linked, yeah, that'd be sick.
But I just
do it backwards.
It's what I desire to do. But it's just.
I don't think I'd be ballsy enough to fly around the people up there. I'd be like hightailing it.
Well, see, the thing is that though, if you're used to flying a 5, like if I fly a 5, I'm scared around people too. But this thing's so little that like you can fly at full speed. I've dove into myself and I was fine. So
yeah. What are they doing up there?
They just
you go for a walk up there.
Yeah. So there was a dude. There was a dude a while ago that actually jumped off, and he only got a $50 fine.
Really?
I went through it, but not on the way down. Yeah, I want to like
Canadian Squid Games.
Talk about like niche things. I would love to find like those people that go on top of high buildings and just shoot them.
Those crazy parkour guys.
Yeah. I'd love that. The only problem thing is the risk, right? Like it's just with the drone, there's no risk. You're not with that. Like people can actually bloody die if they make a little mistake. And lots of them do. Did you guys see the documentary on Netflix? It was Skywalkers. It's sick. You guys have to. Like everybody that like if you like FPV, like you have to watch that documentary. It's sick. It's about like a couple Russians that just fall in love and climb the tallest buildings, and it's just sick.
No Brandon baked beans. That's our red jumpsuit you get when you come full Canadian.
This is what we do to our criminals.
Yeah,
it's our uniform.
Yeah, it's our uniform. It's our tuxedo.
Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, fucking cool, man.
That'd be fun too. The dome.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'd do a landing.
Sky Dome.
Yeah,
it's the Sky Dome, not the Rogers Center.
This is always the Sky Dome. Yeah, the Rogers Center. Yeah,
I would have been okay if they had went with Rogers Sky Dome. You know what I mean? There's the Sky Dome. And
And then
always the
people
sky.
say you can't land a pusher, but look at that. Boom.
Yeah. Boom. Easy.
Lands nice.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys all being here. I'm going to shut her down now. I've got to get back out of here and get some shit done.
Okay. Nice. Thanks for inviting me. And it was nice meeting you, Danzilla. We have to
for
connect.
sure, brother.
Yeah, you guys are both on the
Okay.
Discord, so definitely connect. There's a bunch of other Ontarians on there as well, so you guys should do a little meetup sometime this spring.
Yeah, once spring arrives, so they have to be down there to do some night whooping.
You need the right people. You need the right people.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Sure.
That's what we're all about here, spreading the good energy. Thanks
Okay,
again,
have-
Toronto. We'll
have
see
a
you
good
next
one.
time.
See you
Yeah,
guys.
anytime you want to come
Love you
in,
guys
let
all.
me know.
Yeah. Toodaloo.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see everybody on the next one. And be safe.
Goodbye, everybody.